Meet Alex Micati, a Canadian indie author who has found his niche in writing mystery novels. Writing for adult readers who crave a thrill, Alex is currently preparing for the release of his next novel coming mid August and brings a bold, open book attitude to his craft. In this interview, we'll dive into his writing process, the art of suspense, and what it's really like to navigate the indie publishing world from the inside out. Welcome, Alex.
Hey,
Hi. My first question that I've been doing lately is um, introduce yourself without using the words author, book, or writing.
oh boy. I mean, that's so no author, book, or writing. That's easy, I think. Um, so I guess since I can't use those words, I guess I'll say that a kind of uh, chef in a restaurant who puts words in a kind of plate or something, so that oh my god, that and something happens.
You're like a chef,
I'm like
a verbal chef.
yeah,
There we go.
you could say that. I mean,
Magic happens. Macy says.
and,
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get started in talking about your writing journey. So, what first inspired you to start writing? And I guess how long have you been writing for?
um, I've been writing for um, I started writing for myself in 2006. So that was holy beep. That was 20 years ago.
Oh my gosh, let's not talk about it.
Well, we're old,
Yeah.
and that was just for myself, just because I was, as I put it mildly, I was on the fast track to nothing. I was in school, and nothing. There was no hope. It was like either flipping burgers for years in McDonald's or nothing else. I mean,
Hmm.
so that was um, actually funny story. I mean, the day I became a writer ish was in I think it was October, November 2006. It was a Monday.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't recall the exact date, but it was a Monday because I remember that on that day we had 2 hours of French classes. That was insane. So
Hmm.
I was bored, so I thought, let's grab a piece of paper and a pen. Just write whatever I had some kind of idea in my head, so I thought, let's write something. And I did. I started writing a play. Actually, it was a rewrite of Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I took a huge chunk of you know modern literature. I mean, not so modern, but old literature.
Yeah.
But let's do a modern version of it. So yeah, I started. I wrote, I think, half a page or something. I don't recall. And I gave it to the teacher.
Hmm.
You know, I was like, in a way of saying, hey, you know what? I don't care about all this grammar shit. This is what I do.
Yeah.
So the teacher told me come back in 2 hours at lunch. So for the next 2 hours, I was, sweating. My heart was pounding. I was nervous. I was like imagining what the teacher would tell me. Like, don't just give up, or don't do this, or focus on your studies, or the typical things teacher would say.
Yeah.
So I knocked on the door at noon, as she asked. She said, "Come in." I got in. I saw my masterpiece between huge brackets because it was. I mean, it wasn't that good, but it was something.
Hmm.
So I saw that on the table, and she said, "You know what, older? Nobody's gonna tell me not to continue and and focus on your studies, and it's the beginning of the year, so you just focus on this, and that way you can have better good grades and do something out of your life." She looked at me and she said, "No, I was trying to tell you to work on your style,
Oh,
on your
wow.
style." In movies, when you have this um huge, not awakening, but huge,
Like a
like
moment, like something that clicks into
the,
place.
yeah,
Yeah.
the weight of the world just falls off your shoulder. I was like, yes, I
Hmm.
found something to do in my life. So, and then I got to my parents and said, "This is what I'm going to do." My parents were the best, um, I would say, negative support.
Hmm.
You see the opposite here that said it's a good hobby,
Yeah.
but just so that's why, and this brings me to the professional. And that's why in my first novel, I wrote parents who aren't typical parents
Hmm.
because I took my own parents. They don't know this, so it's a secret. It's a secret between me, and the thousands of Twitch people watching this. Thousands or tens of thousands, not one thousand, just millions of people. Anyway, so um, so yeah, I mean that's why I wrote my first novel based. And every character I take like two or three, four, maybe five people and mix them up.
Yeah.
That brings back to the chef analogy I used earlier. I mean, mixing things up.
Nice.
Keep
Like
focus.
this novel is not based off anybody I know. Not at all.
No,
It sounds
well,
like
maybe.
your first novel was kind of like a therapy piece. It was like anyone who told you you can't, or it
Yeah,
was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put you right in here and just prove to you that I can.
yeah.
Take that.
That's it. That's exactly it.
And what was your first novel?
My first novel was um, Capital Murders.
Oh, okay. Yes, I
Yeah,
remember that one.
that was my first. Actually, that was the one I was working on when we met
Yeah,
in that pub,
nice.
and I think I got lost on the way back from the pub.
Did you?
Okay, seriously, I mean, it's like because the thing is, I didn't check the schedule on the way back, so I'm like, ah, well.
Oh my gosh.
And then I saw a bus like headed to HX stations. I'm like, I think I saw that name. So that
Yeah. Nope, you would definitely be heading in the right direction as long as you didn't hit like Niagara Falls or something.
oh
That's too funny. So have you always been drawn to mystery, or did you explore other genres, or have you explored other genres since?
um well, I've always been drawn to mystery because it's for me it's like it's free therapy,
Mm-hmm.
which is quite something. So, but then I realized, killing people that's fine, but at the end of the day, there's no one else. So,
Yeah.
so I tried. I mean, right now I'm working on two novels that are what what we call literary fiction, which is kind of an odd name. Like, I don't have the exact genre.
Hmm.
Like, it's a kind of one is a road trip between Halifax and Vancouver.
Oh, wow.
You know, yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. And the other one is kind of a nostalgic travel back in time. So it's not a mystery. It's a more of an adult, more adult writing. Although mysteries are pretty, they're not for teenagers.
Yeah. Well, it
Although I'm
depends.
one. Yeah, I mean, the ones I write aren't for teenagers.
Yeah.
Sorry, teenagers.
Not today. Get a
Not
little
today.
older. Um,
Yep.
and so, how did your well, you've already actually explained about how your personal experiences shaped um, your writing journey, but how
Yep.
has it shaped your voice as a writer? Like, is there any specific um, message that you want to convey in your writing based on like your own personal journeys?
Um. Well, as you said, it's more of you know what, you told me I couldn't do it, so here's the proof
Mm-hmm.
that I did it.
Yeah.
In and so that's the main
Yeah.
that was the main um target, I would say, for the first maybe two novels. The third one was like, okay, I'm in it, so let's
Let's do
eat
this.
this. And
Yeah,
what else can I do?
and it's a very powerful message too. I think when we are writing our first novels and we kind of go through those motions of self-publishing it and doing it all ourselves, we're like, wait a minute,
Mhm.
maybe I can do this. Maybe I am able to do this. And then we do it and it's like, okay, wait, we need to spread the word about this that it can be done. And because I have the same message in my first novel as well, that whether you I think it says if you think you can, or it's something like you can. Um, so a message to all writers that you can absolutely publish your novel. It doesn't have to be traditionally published either, because I think that's hard. That's hard. Let's
Yeah.
not even go there.
Oh no. I mean,
So, what is something about your author journey so far that has maybe surprised you, or yeah,
hon- honestly, the people have bought it.
yeah,
Seriously. I mean,
yeah,
I was checking I was checking my sales report yesterday
yeah,
because I mean I check it every day. Sometimes it's great, sometimes not.
mm-hmm.
And I just checked because I started publishing in 2018.
Yeah,
No, 20. Hold on. Yeah, 2018. And since then, like 200 people or 200 copies have been sold. So I'm like,
yeah.
what?
Yeah, that's it's so awesome to like see like, oh, someone bought my book. Like
Yeah,
one person like saw me and was and gave me a chance, you know?
yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
actually,
awesome.
yeah. And 2 years ago, I went to England, which is a trip I've always dreamed of doing, and I did, and I enjoyed it so much that I might move there
Oh,
for some
really?
reason. Yeah, I
um
mean, they have tea, so you know we have it here, but we have snow and cold and everything. Anyway, so I met a friend of mine who two things. I met a friend of mine who bought my first three novels, paperback versions.
mhm.
So I told her, but I'll sign them for you.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
yeah, and we met in a cafe and everything. So I saw my three books on the table, and I thought, See, if my parents saw me on that day,
Yeah.
they would have been proud. I mean, they would have said, "Finally, he did something."
Yeah, right. Uh, I
Yeah.
mean that's such a cool feeling to be like, wait, I didn't give you that, but like you had it already, like you bought it, and now it's here, and now we're
Mhm.
here. That's really cool. Let me just catch up on chat a little bit. Creative one, said, old. Can you think? You can if you think you can. You can if you think you can. Um, if you think you
That-
can, you can. I can't remember. That may be what the start of my novel was. If you think you can, you can. I don't know. And
that-
then Josh says, "Wow, that's good work to your 200 copies." And
Thank you.
Creative One also says 200 copies. Let's go! Oh, let's a go!
Yeah.
It's more Mario. Let's a go. Uh,
Oh.
or
Yeah.
Ram says, "Woot!" And then Macy, I think, is responding to your seeing your books with your friend in England.
Mhm.
Said, "Aw, that's so special."
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to grab my book. You guys keep saying different things. I think I can. I think I can. Now I'm like, it's bugging me. I need to go grab my book after this and see what my dedication is or whatever it is. Um, Okay, so moving on. Uh, what do you love most about writing mystery? Is it like the twisty plot, the suspense, the reveals, or something else? Like, what gets you excited about writing your next novel?
Um, it's always because I tend to write, but read. I mean, hold on. Let me rephrase this. What excites me the most is the fun of guessing and you know s- putting myself in the novel,
Mm-hmm.
in, in the scene, and guessing like what will happen next. So the twistiness and the darkness. That's the fun part.
Is it like, do you write murder mysteries, or are they both like just like mysteries and murder mysteries?
Uh, no, it's mainly murder mysteries.
Nice. So it's
Yeah.
like that dark part of like creating the murder and then um, getting into that like kind of dark mindset.
Mhm. Yep.
I want to go so far into this. Okay. So I want to know the process. Like, where does like, what's the first idea that sparks? Is it like, this is how I want to unalive somebody? Or is it
Mhm.
like, is it a setting or a character? Like, what? This is how I'm gonna unalive someone today.
Um, yeah. That, to all law enforcement people on the chat, this is for writing purposes only,
Yes, writing purposes
not
only.
not anything else.
Do not take this home.
I mean, you could, but if you
For
do,
writing purposes.
don't say that I told you. I don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah.
Hey, so hold on. What was the question again? Yeah, I kind of lost.
What is the what's the part
Oh,
that's like sparks for you? Is it like when you have like an idea of how to unalive someone, or is it like another part of the story that kind of draws you into a new novel?
um, actually, it's the main idea that comes that's perched in my head is how to unalive someone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I teach someone. I I would say I teach someone I despise, like really, really despise,
Mm-hmm.
and then how can I unalive this person?
Yeah. It on paper.
On
On
paper, it sounds
paper.
like on paper it sounds like a good idea, and it does. But so that's my favorite pun. On paper, it sounds like a good idea. And
Um,
yeah, yep.
Macy says, sure. Uh, someone else
Okay.
said something. Oh, Creative One says, this is all Christy's idea. And let's be
Okay.
clear, let's be clear about what we're talking about. Creative One actually asks, are there any cereals, no, cereals as in series, or are they typically one-offs?
The
Wait,
first.
are we talking about books or are we talking about like unalivers? Are we talking about serial killers or
Uh,
are we talking about one-off people? Are we talking about books? I don't know.
I think we. I think we lost her. He. That's it.
Yeah.
We lost you. He.
Okay.
Let's be serious.
Um
Holy.
yeah, so I guess maybe both? I don't know. Josh says serial killers, but then okay, so are there serial killers in your novel or are they one-off like murders
Um.
or both?
No, they're only one of.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes there's the theory that they might be
Mm.
serial killers, but it's always like hypotheses and but at the end it could be one off, it could be serial killers.
Yeah.
I
And
won't say.
are your books one-offs? Are they standalones or do you have any series?
Uh, Actually, my first two are uh, duology.
Mm.
So, and actually, someone complained. I mean, they bought the second one and
Oh
said it's
no.
only the end. It's at the ending of the first one. Like, duh.
It's a duology.
No, I mean, could have put this like both in the same one, but then I thought I could make more money selling two instead of one.
There you go.
So that was gonna be three actually at the first, but then I thought that's a lot of work, so let's keep it at two. And the third and fourth, which is the one that comes in next month, are all both standalones.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Awesome. And
because of sorry, because it's less work.
yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. They sure are.
Uh,
And what do you love most about writing mystery? Oh nope, I already read that one. Do you prefer writing like detective style or is it more like are all of your novels detective style or are they more like psychological thrillers or
no, it's all detective.
nice?
Yeah,
And like there's and each of your books are they do they take place in like the same world? Like same kind of setting or is it a different place, different people?
actually, I could show you. Hold on.
Hmm.
Well,
Show us.
first of all, I'll answer the question. The first two were all set in Ottawa, which
Oh,
is
cool. Out your
which is
window.
where I am. Yeah. Well, from my window you can see my neighbor, but that's it. Hold on. It's at home. Hmm. I wonder if it hits. Anyway, um, so yeah, the first two were set in Ottawa. The third one was set in Edinburgh, Scotland.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I went there in 2019, so I fell in love with it.
That's
So,
nice.
and I could tell you a story. On the first day I landed, it rained.
Of
It
course.
rained. So so when I checked in at the hotel, receptionist said, "I apologize for the rain." I'm like, "Hey, that's what I came here for." You know.
Doesn't it always rain in Scotland? Isn't that what it's known for?
Well, I mean, it rained on the first day, but that's it.
Oh,
I
nice.
was sad. I
Oh,
was sad. Yeah. So the third one, that was the third one. The fourth is set in Liverpool. As you can see, I'm quite a traveling. person.
Yeah.
Um, Hold on. This one is set on the Isle of Man, close to Ireland. Um, this one is Ottawa.
You do you handwrite every manuscript? Oh
Hmm.
my gosh.
Yep, yep. This is the road trip novel from Halifax to Vancouver. This is a play
Wow.
that's set in some undisclosed location. No, seriously, I mean, sometimes this is another novel also set in an undisclosed location. Actually, no, hold on. I was mistaken. The fourth one is set in Preston, not Liverpool. This is the Liverpool novel.
Wow. That's really
Yeah.
thick.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
That's. Hold on. Let me check. 223 pages.
Wow.
Yep. This is Ottawa, and this is Edinburgh,
Where's that?
Scotland.
Oh, Scotland. Right, right. Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, it's fun.
Uh, Macy, referring to your rainy day in Scotland, said rainy days are good writing days.
Of
And
course.
TJ says that's intense. I couldn't write by hand. I'd give up after chapter 3. And
Actually,
go ahead.
I read by hand for some reason, for exactly the same reason. Because if I typed the manuscript, I would give up, like, and focus on social media, playing cards.
Oh, I
So
see. So you get rid of the screens.
yeah.
Wow, that's a good idea. I mean, I couldn't do it, but it's a good idea to just,
Hmm.
you could just take paper away to a place without any screens and get so much writing done. That sounds so like authentically writer.
Or insane.
Yeah.
I mean,
Josh says, I'm floored by writers who handwrite their novels. And then Steve says, Isle of Man is an interesting choice. It's an interesting place. Any particular
mhm.
reason for the Isle of Man?
um, well, no reason. I mean, just I wanted to, because I have a friend who lives there. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, let's let's give her something to, from her neck of the woods.
So,
Yeah, I
so
mean
you wrote it
that.
for them?
Uh, yeah, she doesn't know it, but yeah, I did.
Oh, I love that. And you were there. Like, did that's
Uh,
is that the friend you visited in?
no, that's another friend.
Oh, okay. So there
Yeah,
was lots of research that you had to do too. That's
yeah. I
awesome.
mean, yeah.
That's really
Oh,
nice. She doesn't know it. Love
yeah.
that. Okay, so how do you keep? Okay, this is a mystery question.
Da, da,
How
da.
right? How do you keep your readers guessing without giving away too much?
Um, well, the thing is, um, I think writing, especially mysteries,
Mhm.
it's like being in the kitchen cooking. You know, you put like tiny amounts of salt and pepper, like tiny amounts, and then at the end, when the plate or the novel or whatever is in front of the reader
Mhm.
or the person eating it, they put like the amount they want to put. So you don't. I mean, you don't say. There are some who, like, I think there was a TV series a few years ago that started. This is the murder, the victim, and this is the killer.
Mhm.
Then they started, and afterwards saying, it unfolded, how they met and everything. But the way I write my stories is that there's the murder, there's the, but I don't tell who did it. I mean,
Yeah.
otherwise, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
You know,
So
Wouldn't-
like you kind of, I mean, I guess it takes practice for one, but so you write it and
yeah,
um have like that feeling that you're not giving away too much. You get your
nope.
beta readers to take a look at it and they can kind of give you feedback on like whether or not they're like, "Oh, I knew it was this person," or like have you ever had that where like a beta reader said, "I knew who it was all along," or "I've known who it was for too long," and you need to like dial back on the amount of detail you're giving?
Um, Funny story. I haven't the first. Uh, Actually, the one that's coming next month
Mm-hmm.
is the first one I've sent to someone.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the feedback that you were getting are from the readers after it was
yeah.
published. And did you get that
Um,
kind of feedback? That like, oh, I
I
knew
got
who it was.
no. Actually,
Nice.
someone said. I mean, they said that they would be a pain because they would know if they watch like a TV show or reading a novel, they would know who who done it from the onset. But
Yeah.
I think it was from my first novel. They said I wasn't able
Nice.
because the thing is
Yeah.
the murder comes in the second novel, so maybe that's why. And I mean, yeah, and
No one knew.
who knew?
That's
And
funny.
and sometimes when I do the because that's another thing when you indie publishing is that you have lots of power, but you have lots of hats. You
Mm-hmm.
write and you sometimes you edit, sometimes you know sometimes you send it elsewhere to have others edit,
Yeah.
and you have to juggle like cover design and and everything, and you also have to juggle promotion.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah.
whenever I promote my novel, I say it was the mother, and the reason will surprise you, even though it's not.
It
You
was
know,
the mother.
oh, the mother. It was the mother. I mean, when you look at it, it's always like she didn't do it, but
Yeah.
you could say,
It's a good way to
yeah,
like hook the reader.
yeah. I
um,
mean,
and Creative One asks, how do the scenes come together? Do you hop around, or do they come to you in order, or is there a bunch more planning on paper or planning in your mind first? Like, how do you structure your
hold on.
novels?
Where did I put it? I outline first.
Hmm.
Outline, and then I edit my outline, but that's my own um, insanity. So, like, chapter by chapter, this happens, this happens, this happens.
Hmm.
And then say, oh, this is too weak. Let's like make it stronger. So everything is outlined, and then when it comes to writing, the characters sometimes say, we have something better to give you. So they give me. I mean, characters are people, so they give you um, ideas or they guide you to somewhere else.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, even writers spend time with people. See, you can't escape people. So,
Yeah.
what was it? Them people. Anyway, um, so yeah, I think that's how it works. Hold on, do I have an outline here? Oh no, that's nothing. Nope, nothing. Sorry.
That's okay. And what's your favorite mystery trope?
Um, it's the drunk but smart detective.
Drunk and smart. The one that's like, oh, like the first scene, they're like brooding in a bar.
Yeah,
They have like a
actually,
whiskey, a flask in the inside of their
mm,
jacket.
mm, no, not that much, but like social drinkers,
I went overboard.
anti anti-social social drinkers. They like they drink socially, but they're they're in their own mind, and always have like notepads or anything to pieces of theories come to mind.
And
I do.
are you a plotter or are you a pantser or are you a mix of both? Like,
I'm uh, I'm by
so
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm a plantster.
you're a pantser. Yeah, I
That-
imagine it's hard to like um pants a mystery
mm,
unless you already
no,
know who did it and like you already have in your mind like the ending and then you
mhm.
can just kind of discovery write it from there. Nice.
I mean, I could try, but it's. I mean, I like to plan, as I said, just the chapter, and then when I feel that the planning is decent, then say, okay, let's have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, there are so many people, so I guess you have to unalive sometimes
Yep.
on paper again.
And like when you're writing on a typical day, like what does a typical writing session look like for you? Like do you have a routine? Do you have music or is it like quiet or like how what's your typical writing day look like?
Um, I I usually work. I mean, write on Saturdays, and it's with music, but without like lyrics, only instrumental. Because as I said earlier, I mean, I can lose focus pretty easily. You
Yeah.
know, so I open like Spotify on my phone or on my TV or what, and then like I would put usually like piano music or something light,
Something instrumental.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm the same way.
and pretty light and unassuming, which is
Yeah.
ironic because I write mysteries, so, like you know, and I, um actually before all of this, I would make my cup of tea because I am a huge tea drinker, and I would make cup of tea, put it on my desk, and grab pen and paper, and let
Nice.
let the me let the pen do the talking.
Fantastic. That sounds
Yep.
really relaxing actually.
Oh yeah.
And I want to talk about your book that's coming out,
Yep.
The Hidden Path.
Yep.
So that's coming out in August. August
Hmm. 15th.
15th. August 15th.
Tentative tentative date August 15th.
Awesome.
But yep.
Where are you at in the publishing process?
Uh, Currently in edits.
Nice.
Yep.
The book
Um,
cover looks great.
oh yeah. That was done by a friend of mine
That's really
who
good.
does
And I wonder how they were unalived. I don't know.
um well I mean
I
the
mean,
the
it's
well
it's it's a pretty flaming car. Uh,
yep.
so what is this book about?
It's about a powerful um lawyer in Preston in England who ended up on on path of a pretty, I would say, a pretty um, charismatic but dangerous person.
Hmm.
So, and yeah, that's how they met their maker. And
And
that that
what's the who's the detective in this one? Like, what are they like?
this one actually this one was inspired by the friend I met in England.
Hmm.
So I took her name. I mean, just not the whole like name and family name, just the name and the personality, and being warm and cuddly, and yeah, with a bit of sarcasm, because that's one of the main traits I give to my characters. It's so there's always darkness, like dark humor, sarcasm, which is what I do. And like she solves the crime, or tries to, because it ends on an open ending again. And she hates her boss. She hates her colleagues, especially the ones who make coffee, because as you might read in the novel, um, she's pretty special about her coffee. You know, it has to be made in a specific way, otherwise it's brown water. You know.
Love that.
So yeah, I mean that's the that's the main character.
Awesome. And what's their name?
Detective Inspector Claire Jones.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Steve asks Alex, do you
Yeah.
struggle with levels of graphic content? Like how much detail you need to go into the bad stuff?
Um, I mean, it's not a struggle per myself. It's a struggle because I imagine the reader
Yeah.
reading this. Like, do I put like 15 pages of gory description? He's slaughtered and yeah,
Yeah.
goes everywhere and everything. Then I thought, if someone reads this, they might have nightmares. You know, so I'm like, let's tone it down a bit. And so I mean, it's not romance, but it's like
Yeah.
romance
Yeah.
light, not like
That's
close to it.
true. It's
Yeah.
funny how like Josh actually said the bad stuff equals smut, but you're not far off when it comes to like graphic content,
Hmm.
where like I don't want to read 15 pages of smut. That's just way too much smut. But like I guess
Hmm.
like it's the same way with murder, and I mean like do you have trigger warnings at the start of your books, like depending on the kind of content that you have?
Uh, I didn't for the first ones. Actually, the first three ones I didn't have any. Someone yelled at me for
Mm,
not having, you know. But then I thought, he said, well, it was for the first one. She said like there's sexual abuse,
mm,
alcohol, and something else. Forgot. But then I mean I read her review. I'm like, give you a mystery novel,
yeah.
so you have to expect
Yeah.
those. So that's why I've always been a bit I've always wondered, like, I understand having trigger warnings for readers, but I'm always like on the fence, of
Yeah.
should I put them, because it's a mystery novel, so you have to
Yeah.
assume that those things will be there.
But at the
You
same
know.
time, you also don't want to like give stuff away.
Yeah,
I was just thinking about my own. I could have trigger warnings in my own novel, but I feel like also that could give away part of the story. Like you're just waiting for these things to happen.
yeah,
Steve says, I feel trigger warnings are a Twitch. They're not a Twitch thing. Believe me, they're not a Twitch thing. By a crime thriller novel, you have to expect bad things are going to happen. It's so true. Yeah, and even with there's a very popular romance. I'm sorry, I'm going back to romance because that's what I know. But there's a very popular romance that has like a full page of triggers, and like it's insane. But I mean, it actually has a lot of humor in it too. So it's weird. But it's just yeah, like everybody has that trigger, and I guess as writers, we need to respect everyone's triggers.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah. And the Hidden Path. So where can people find this novel once it's
Yeah.
out, August 15th?
It will be on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I mean, I paid for Jeff Bezos' wedding. I apologize.
I know,
I
I
mean,
know. It
I paid.
hurts.
Yeah, like you see the guy getting married. I'm like, dude, I gave you money for that. Could
Yeah,
have
you're
invited me.
welcome. You're welcome.
You
Um,
lousy.
do you have an ebook version of it, or is it just paperback?
Um, I might do ebook and paperback for like I do for the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's I mean it's still being edited, so yeah, I'll do both paperback and ebook
Yeah. And
for this one.
Gosh Golly B says, "Me too. It's so convenient to use KDP though. I know. It's
Yep.
it's it's a shame that it's so convenient. Also, otherwise it'd be easy to go somewhere else. Um, but here we
Mm.
are. It's you know,
Actually, I did a research last night because I saw like boycott Amazon and everything. Like, yeah, okay, but we're on KDP, so we have to make a living. So I thought let's go for bookstores,
mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah,
that sell indie authors.
yeah,
So I found one that's pretty close to my place, and I checked, what they have in stock, and I mean they have everything except mysteries. Like,
yeah.
the I,
Take my
uh,
books. So, like, are you talking to the owner? Are you gonna get some books into that bookstore?
well, I mean, I haven't done anything yet. I'll just like for this one, I focus on publishing
Yeah,
as I do usually, but um, once that's done, I'll reach out to owners and
yeah.
see if I can
It's
upgrade my
yeah. Level up.
my yeah.
I mean, I from what I understand, a lot of bookstores will take your stuff. I have my book in two bookstores in town,
Mhm.
and they'll take it, and it's under consignment. So if it doesn't sell, they may call you after 6 months to a year or whatever, and just say, "Come pick up your books." But yeah, it's. I think it's easy to get the books in the store. It's actually hard. Like they're not going to be salespeople for your book. So
Mhm.
need to you need to send people there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's fairly easy. And so, did you try to traditionally publish any of your books, or did you go straight to self publishing?
Back to self-publish
Yeah, I've seen
because
enough stuff on Twitter.
I mean, yeah, and because I wanted actually the first one I published it because um I had lost my job
Mm-hmm.
earlier, so I'm like, how can I make money?
Yeah.
So, and living in Toronto, which is if there are any Torontonians, like, why is this city so big? Anyway, so big, but let's let's focus on serious things. Um, so yeah, yeah. So I thought let's publish,
Yeah.
let's make money,
Yeah.
and so the first one, and when I saw self-publishing, and you can make more per book than if it's like traditionally published. I said go for it,
Yeah. I
and
agree.
yep.
And Creative One asks, do you have an author that inspired you or inspires you in your genre?
I have a few. I I have um. Let's see if I don't forget any names, even though they won't listen to me. But I have like a lot of Swedish writers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who write more like for the psychology of characters. I have what's her name? Anne Cleves, who writes Shetland, which is a TV show that I love.
Nice.
Yeah, and y- actually, the first two seasons, not mistaken, were based on her books. So I read the books afterwards. I didn't do the TV show is better than the book because it's it's nonsense. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
because they're both equally good, but the TV show, like the show director or anyone puts their own insight on the characters.
Yeah. Steve says
So
Shetland is a great show.
yeah,
Steve is also
it,
in the UK, so it looks like you guys have like the UK thing in common.
but my new BFF,
Nice.
my new
Um,
BFF.
are going to have to wrap up soon, but I have one more question and then we're going to do a little game of this and that. So, my last question for you is what are your goals for the next like year as an author? Do you have like more books? Do you want to start, getting yourself out there to live events, bookstores and expanding your readership?
Um, for the next year, I have a plan, but like this is only in planning stage right now.
Mhm.
So uh, depends on how life and everything goes. I
Yeah.
have I planned two two book launches because
Nice.
as you can see, I mean, the other day I thought if I do two book launches a year, I have enough for maybe 5 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Oh yeah.
That's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
So that's like the main target, but also I'll try to um do like live events. Not sure how because I'm a pretty shy person
Yeah.
um, in public. So I'm like, hey, can you sell my book,
Yeah.
please?
Can you just buy my book?
Can you give me a small table?
Yeah.
Small tiny table that's like close to the door.
Close the door so I can run.
Um, no, I mean so that I can tell someone like on the way out, like, here,
Yeah.
take my book. And so yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why I put this small tiny voice. Anyway, um, so uh, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to do book events. Um, maybe I don't know, like team chats with readers, or I don't know how I could set this one up.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I mean,
so,
I absolutely like give you some pointers that have helped me so far this year because one of my goals this year was to get myself out there.
mhm,
And what I did was I went to a bookstore with a little bag of my books and I said, "Hey, could you sell, like, can I put my book on your shelf? And they said yes. And I was like, wait, what, really? Like, it was really easy. You just have to ask. And
Mhm.
the one bookstore that I spoke with, they were like, you could actually go like across the street and they sell books in your genre. I'm like, perfect. So I went
There you
across the
go.
street and I was
Yeah.
like, hey, can I put my books on your shelves? And they're like, yeah. And they took five. And they said, do you want us to put you on a list for if we ever have author events? And I said,
Mhm.
yes. And within a month, I had met five authors who I have now, I have interviewed two of them that
Great.
I met, and yeah. So and now like I speak with those authors and I say, hey,
Mhm.
how do you do live events? And they're like, I'm hosting an event, sign up. And now
There you go.
so it's really just like getting yourself out there and talking to people and
Mhm.
asking questions. And it starts with, can I put my book on your shelf, or can you put your book on my shelf? Can you put my book on your shelf? I know how to talk. But you know what I mean. Like, you just ask the question, and the worst that they could say is like no or not right now. But
Mhm.
but to put yourself out there and just ask the question, I think is a great first start.
Yep.
Put yourself out there, Alex.
That's cool. That's cool.
And then we're gonna just wrap this up with a quick game of this or that. Um, and I tried to make it writer and mystery related. So here
Oh,
we go. The
good
first
luck.
one: would you rather
Yeah.
write a who done it or have an open ended ending?
Uh, as a lazy person, I would say who done it
Nice. And
because the open ending would mean more work,
yeah,
which
a
is not
sequel.
not good.
Would you rather write a red herring or an unreliable narrator?
Um, I do have both. I mean, in my novels, I try to put both.
Yeah.
So
Is there any
that's
you
a tough one.
prefer?
Um, maybe the unreliable narrator
Nice.
because you know maybe he did it.
Maybe. We don't know.
I don't know.
A locked room mystery or a small town?
Small town.
Yeah. Uh, I already know the answer. I was saying in the last interview, I'm like, I already know some of these answers after speaking with you for an hour.
Mhm.
Detective protagonist or accidental sleuth?
No, no, detective.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you considered writing like an accidental sleuth, like just someone just accidentally getting into a situation that they have to solve?
like, isn't that Murder She Wrote? Like the old TV show back in the day. I think. Yeah.
I
I haven't.
I don't remember that. Like, I know the show and I remember
That,
watching it, but I don't remember it at all.
that was in the late
Yes, she is one, says creative one.
1980s. I
Angela
think.
Lansbury.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I think it ended in 1987, if not mistaken. And for the record, I was 3 years old. Holy
Wow.
shit, I'm old. It's time for my
Stop it. We're
bedtime
like
now.
almost the same age. Cut it out.
Yeah, we're 20 years old.
Would you prefer a slow burn suspense or fast paced action?
Slow burn.
Nice.
We,
Um,
we need to we need to slow cooking. You know, but
a a classic crime setup or a modern noir vibe?
modern war.
Nice. Okay, murder weapon. Poison or a revolver?
Poison. Revolver meat sounds.
Nice. A plot twist in the middle or a jaw dropper at the end?
Plot twist. And
Also, why not have both?
yeah, I mean, but the question is this or that, so
Yeah.
that's they're both
Yeah.
equally interesting, but a jaw-dropping plot twist.
Nice. Okay, so now we're going to go into some more writer stuff.
Yes,
Or early morning writing or late at night.
early morning because
Um,
I'm an old person, so I'm early riser.
a cafe or writing at home.
Um,
A character driven story or plot driven.
um, actually, I think it's mainly character-driven.
Nice. I kind of already know the answer to this, but I also don't. Um,
Mhm.
digital outlining or sticky notes everywhere.
Pen and paper.
Yeah. So like when you're outlining, you're just outlining pen and paper. You don't like have stuff everywhere. It's just very organized on paper.
Yeah,
All right. And the last one is reveal your twist early or make the readers earn
earn it. You
it.
have to work for it.
Fantastic.
You know,
Yeah, they do.
I mean, I could put it on the first page like this one did it, and this is why, and everything, and then they would just read the first page and not read the whole story.
Right?
So yeah.
Nice. All right. That wraps up this or that. And our interview. That was a really interesting hour where I, as someone who doesn't read mystery and I don't write it, I don't anything mystery. It's a good like tutorial to at least get started and know what to expect. And
Mm,
I saw somewhere in the chat where someone said, now I have a craving to write a mystery. So that's all we want, really, is we just want you to try. If you haven't written a mystery before, give it a shot. And then maybe
yep.
send a little snippet to me to read out live or something. That'd be cool.
Hmm.
Um, Macy says, thank you, Alex. Thank you, Christy. You're very welcome. Um,
Okay.
Steve said, Alex, put your links in the chat, please. I do have your socials on a banner on the overlay. So
Sure.
Alex is on Instagram and Twitter at Alex Micati. And
Hmm.
TikTok, I found you on TikTok today. So I put it
Yep.
on there. And Blue Sky as well. But yeah, if
And
you
also,
wanted to pop over onto Twitch after this, you can drop any other links, maybe Amazon or anything else.
mhm.
Gosh Golly B says, I love mysteries. I have tried to write them. I actually finished one, but it was awful. But I
I
mean, you
mean,
tried, and just go back at it.
yeah,
Yeah.
like any first draft is awful. So,
Yeah.
but
The first draft is always awful. Yeah.
but the important thing is that you have words on paper
Exactly.
or or wherever they like on the screen or on paper or on the wall or anywhere. I mean,
Um, Awesome. And yeah, so we're good to wrap up. So look at The Hidden Path. Look out for that on Amazon in August, mid August,
huh?
and go and follow Alex on all the socials. Alex, please drop your links in the chat later if you have the time. I
I
know
will.
it's getting
Oh,
close to bedtime at this point, but yeah,
hey, I'm not that old.
all good.
Hold on, I'll do it just right now. Well, just give me a few minutes because
Oh, it's okay. We can wrap up the interview and then and then you can just join us in Twitch for a minute
yeah,
or 10 or 30. It's all up to you. But thank you so
I'm
much for coming by. I really appreciate you
having
taking the time to do this interview with us. And I'll see you on socials on Twitter, and Alex is also on our Discord. So if you wanted to chat further about Alex's journey or the mystery genre, you can head over to the Discord.
Yay!
Yay! All right, Alex, thank you so much, and we'll see you on the socials. Talk
Yep.
to you later.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.